Explore St. Louis assists with attractions and show events that the whole family can enjoy without being concerned about parking downtown. And here to share more with us is Public Relations Coordinator Kiara Bryant. Hi, Kiara. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Do you personally have a problem with parking?
I don't, but today I'm from Explore St. Louis to talk about all of the different events that we have going on downtown.
And one thing to keep in mind is all these events, I guess it's why parking is not a problem, is because they're all at the Dome.
Yes, they're at the America Center Convention Complex.
Right, which the Dome is just part of.
Yes.
Right.
And with Explore St. Louis, we're the official destination marketing organization for the St. Louis region. And so our job is attracting meetings, conventions, and also hosting all of these events in America Center.
Okay, could you give us a little background? People may not recognize Explore St. Louis because the name changed a few years ago, although the group's been around quite a while.
Yes. So people may know us as the CVC or the Convention and Visitor Commission, but it's Explore St. Louis now. And so we invite nearly 26 million visitors to the St. Louis region every year.
So part of what you do is to attract specific events, right?
Yes, and so we're hosting different public events this season during the winter months, and it's what we now call public show season. And so today we're going to talk about the different shows offered from now until March.
Okay, before we do that though, I just want to get clear on one thing. There's something that you do called Get Around St. Louis.
Yeah.
Can you kind of explain that to me?
Yes. Well, sometimes people can be a little nervous about navigating downtown St. Louis or wondering where to park.
Particularly if you're not familiar with it or from downtown or something like that.
Yeah, and so we just wanted to tell them about the website getaroundstl.com in case they're looking for preferred parking information.
Getaroundstl.com, and they go there to find the best parking for whatever event they're going to?
Yes, and so today we're talking about all of the different events at America Center, and so they can go to exploreStLouis.com for more information on these events.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about the Dome and the Convention Center. I have the impression like a lot of that's a big, first of all, how big is that facility?
We have about 502,000 square feet of exhibit space, and the Dome hosts many of these events. And so this weekend we have the wedding show that's January 13th and the 14th. And we're able to also host the motorcycle show as well.
So is that pretty common there that multiple events will go on at the same time?
Yes, and so this just showcases how multifunctional the event space is, that we can have a motorcycle show and a wedding show happening at the same time.
Well, let me just ask you about the parking thing then for the Dome. Is there one designated area for parking at the Dome, or do you have options for that too?
We have different options for parking, but people can come to America Center and experience all of these different events. Another event that we have coming up is the auto show. And
let me back you up just a little bit, because we just, you said there are two, let's start with those two that you mentioned already. You said there were two about the same time, the motorcycle and custom bike show and the wedding show. So let's get back to the motorcycle. I happen to have a motorcycle.
Okay.
So I'm a cycle guy.
Good.
So I'm really interested in that. So what will I see if I come to this?
Well, there will be hundreds of motorcycles from different dealerships across town and different brands, Kawasaki, Harley, Davidson. And
I have a Kawasaki 750.
Oh, good. Then you should come to the show. And then maybe you're not interested in the wedding show that's happening at the same time, but we like to call it a one-stop shop because, you know, there's so much that goes into planning a wedding, but people can come to the wedding show and you can find out information about all of the different things that you'll need for planning a wedding.
So you mean like a prospective bride or groom or their parents would go and they could find out everything from what, catering to entertainment to whatever?
200 exhibits, yes. 200
exhibits or 200 vendors, I guess?
Yes, yes.
Explaining what they have to offer and how they can help make that day.
Yes, a one-stop shop. What's better than that? Take all of the stress out of planning your event.
What do people, just briefly before we take our break, what do people need to know if they decide to come to one of these events? Do they need to go to your website first, or what would you recommend?
They can go to our website. We have a calendar of events so that maybe they can find out, you know, what was the date or what's more information about it.
Okay, stay with us right there. We're going to be back with more of STL Live. We'll have more with Explore St. Louis right after this break.